George Clooney has been known as the charming, unstoppable Hollywood icon. An actor, producer, humanitarian, and family man who seemed invincible. But behind the glamorous red carpets and dazzling smiles, something darker has been unfolding. George has been quietly facing a health battle that has grown more serious in recent months, and those closest to him say the change has been heartbreaking. Amal, his wife and the pillar of strength in his life, has become his most devoted protector during this painful journey. As George's condition becomes more fragile, Amal has taken on a role far bigger than the public realizes, one filled with fear, responsibility, and unwavering love. George has often spoken about how Amal changed his life, how her intelligence, compassion, and grace made him a better man. Their love story, once filled with laughter and travel and shared dreams, now faces the harsh reality of time and health slipping away. Friends say Amal has barely left George's side. She knows what he's facing, and she feels the weight of every passing day. Those close to the couple describe a woman fighting quietly in the background, doing everything in her power to shield George from stress, while also preparing their children for what may lie ahead. The moment that truly broke those around them happened just days ago. George had been struggling more than usual, his energy fading, his movements slowing, his voice quieter. Doctors warned that his condition could decline quickly, and Amal knew she needed to be with him for what could be some of his last moments of clarity and strength. They spent that evening alone together, in the privacy of their home, away from the cameras, the reporters, and the pressures of the outside world. The twins were asleep, the house was silent, and it was just the two of them sitting together in a dimly lit room filled with memories. George, who has always been the one making jokes and lightening the mood, surprised Amal when he grew emotional. He held her hand tightly, as if trying to memorize the feeling, the warmth, the comfort. Amal stayed calm, though her heart was breaking inside. She listened as he told her how grateful he was for the life they had built, how proud he was of the family they created, and how deeply he admired her strength. He told her that if the time ever came when he could no longer fight the way he used to, he needed her to promise she would stay strong. Not for him, but for their children. Those who witnessed Amal after that moment describe a woman who is carrying the emotional weight of an entire world. She has always been strong, but this is a level of strength few can imagine. She wipes away tears in private, only to walk into George's room with a reassuring smile. She keeps his spirits up. She maintains the calm that lets him rest. And yet, every day she watches the man she loves slip further into a condition she cannot control. Even as she continues her high-profile legal work, Amal returns home and becomes the caretaker, the comforter, the anchor. She reads to him. She sits beside him when he's too tired to speak. She holds his hand through long nights. She ensures he never feels alone. To the world, she is the brilliant human rights lawyer. To George, she is the reason he still finds light in the darkest moments. Soon after their emotional night together, George's condition took a noticeable turn. His doctors advised the family to prepare for the next stage, one that could be unpredictable and difficult. George now has moments where exhaustion hits him harder than before. There are days when the simplest conversations take more effort. Amal has quietly arranged for more medical support at home while shielding George from the stress of hospital environments. She tries to create a sense of peace around him, even as she feels her world tipping into uncertainty. Friends who recently visited say George still smiles when Amal enters the room. She is his comfort, his safety, his calm before the storm. And yet, behind every smile lies the heartbreak of knowing that time is slipping faster than either of them expected. One of the most emotional moments came when Amal sat with George in their garden, a place he loves dearly. The sun was setting, the air was quiet, and Amal rested her head on his shoulder. They didn't speak much. They didn't need to. It was a silent exchange of love, gratitude, and fear. George whispered that he didn't want her to worry. Amal whispered that she wasn't going anywhere. And in that brief, fragile moment, they both knew they were sharing something that neither fame nor fortune could ever protect them from. As this heartbreaking chapter continues to unfold, we can only hope for strength, comfort, and healing for the Clooney family. Amal Clooney's devotion in George's darkest moments has reminded the world what true love looks like: unwavering, selfless, and powerful. If you found this story meaningful, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more updates, emotional stories, and breaking celebrity news. Your support helps us continue bringing you powerful content every day.